Welcome back to the channel, Racer X here, and today I'm with my buddies at Stingray Chevrolet in Plant City, Florida, because they have a car that I want to show you. It's a car that I've actually done a video on in the past, but today's video is all about how much car can you get for the money? How much new car can you get for the money? What is the best bang for buck car out there if you want to go fast? Well, today I will show you. If you're brand new to my channel, please do me a big gigantic favor. Please hit subscribe right over here in the corner. Turns out only 21% of you guys watching at home are actually subscribed to the channel, and off we go.
T-minus 15 seconds.
Guys, one of the things I really like about this dealership, this is just the pre-owned side, but you can see they've got C7 Corvettes all rolling up through here. They've got C8 Corvettes all over the place. They've got a bunch of different Camaros. I actually like this this older ZL1 right here. They got a shock and steel Camaro SS right here. They've got lots of great stuff to look at here. And they've even got like a Porsche 911 over here. I mean, they've got all sorts of stuff here to look at. And this is just on the pre-owned side, a Mach 1. And over there, there's just droves of new cars. So anyway, let's jump into the video. And there is the car that I wanted to show you today. That is a Camaro LT1. And I realize a lot of people are gonna look at this and say, look, Racer X, that's a 6-cylinder car. And at first glance, one would believe that, yes, that is just a 6-cylinder Camaro. It's not the fast one, but it is actually packing the 6.2 liter, 455 horsepower, 455 pound-feet of torque, awesome aluminum V8 under the hood. But the rest of the thing looks like it's a 6-cylinder, but guess what? It is very light and it is very fast. Now, as you can see, this car is pretty understated. It doesn't even have a spoiler on the back. I mean, like I said, from first glance, you really would think this is just your average 6-cylinder Camaro. And the only thing really to differentiate it is this bad boy right on the side. Now, a lot of LT1 owners will actually debadge their cars to make it look just like a 6-cylinder on the outside, or even a Turbo 4, whatever it may be. And as you can see from the front, like I said, it's a good looking car, but it doesn't look like the SS. And once you jump under the hood, things change quite a bit. And even when you jump to the inside of the car, I love this black on black, but you can see it's basically just, I mean, it's base in here, guys. That's all I can tell you. This is a manual car, which I actually really like, but not a lot of frills in here, not a lot of bells and whistles, guys. This thing is all about being lightweight and just being fast, right? Having the big power plant with not a lot of other little frills and things to spend money on. So you can actually buy one of these cars and get a really good deal on these, and they're still making them for 2023. You can see the back seat in here is pretty small, but just the cloth seats, it looks basically like a 6-cylinder when you look at the interior of it. It's not super crazy. You definitely don't pay nearly SS money for one of these, even though you do get the SS engine. So a really nice package. And here is the rock star of the LT1 Camaro. It is, of course, the LT1 engine, and that's really just to highlight the fact that this car is all about the engine, guys. They're not really concerned with a bunch of crazy bells and whistles on a car like this. But if you want to go fast for a relatively low amount of money, in my mind, this is the best thing on the market that you can get right now. $37,000 is the base price of a 2023 Camaro LT1, and it's basically the same kind of philosophy I had with my Mustang, right? My Mustang, I bought a base Mustang GT because it was the lightest form of the Mustang GT, and yes, this is lighter than a Camaro SS. It just doesn't have as much stuff on it. A good example of that is the brakes. You can see down here, yes, these brakes are plenty capable, but they do make bigger brakes for the Camaro SS, and they are much heavier. If you are a drag racer, you don't want all that unsprung weight in the front. So bang for the buck, I believe that the LT1 is actually a faster car than the SS is, even though it's just barely, but it's at a much lower sticker price. So you want to go fast, this thing is a definite contender. This particular one is actually a manual car, but I just want to give you a quick listen to what this thing sounds like when it fires up. It sounds really good. There we go. Definitely does not sound like a V6. Sounds really good.
I
will say the Camaro is a pretty comfortable place to sit. Now, this particular one is a manual, and one of the things I love about the Camaros is the manual versions of these are actually pretty good. I know I've talked at length about the fact that the Mustang GT, at least the S550, the manuals they're just not good in those cars. I hate to say it, but I mean, I just don't think the manual cars are very good on the Mustangs, and I feel the same way kind of about the Scat Packs, the Mopars, guys. I just feel like the manuals are really clunky in those. Now, of course, we know for 2024 on the Mustang GTs, they are using that upgraded manual out of the GT 350, and that is a huge upgrade. But this particular one, the manual is actually really good. Or if you go with an automatic, you get a 10-speed, which works amazing with this LT1 engine. So I'm actually going to take this thing down the road and drive it for a sec, see how it goes. So driving this car, it actually feels just like driving a Camaro SS. Imagine that, it's the same exact engine. But I will say, I mean, I really do like the clutch engagement in these cars, and the manual in it does feel really nice and snug. And then it's just like you get a little third gear action when you're just rolling down the road like that. Just give it a little bit of gas, listen to it. Oh man, it sounds really good. And for $37,000 from a base price, guys, this is a lot of muscle for the money. I've always talked about that. People ask me all the time, Racer X, you know, I'm on a budget. I don't make $1 million a year, you know, I work hard for my money. You know, what's the best thing to get? And oftentimes I recommend this car because it is such a fantastic driving car. I mean, this manual is really good in this. I really love a well-sorted manual, by the way, but the 10 speeds in these, as I mentioned, they're fantastic. And just a little second gear, listen to it. $37,000 base price, guys. You cannot beat that. And these cars actually take quite well to mods as well. A lot of people don't realize that. I mean, these cars are really good with mods. You pick up a lot of horsepower when you jump to like a cam in these. They respond really well to long tubes. Good package on this car. Now, this car actually features rev matching in the manual, which I also like, so it really does do a good job at keeping you in the power band. And so while, you know, 455 horsepower, I realize in a day and age where you can buy 800 plus horsepower Hellcats and, you know, 760 horsepower Shelbys and all the stuff that's out there, that's obviously well over double the price of something like this, it doesn't seem like a crazy number, but remind you, this is light, guys. This thing doesn't weigh very much, and so it's like every time you get a little straightaway, you just kind of want to just, oh, it's so responsive. Listen to that V8. It will still put a big smile on your face, guys. And like I said, whether it's the 10-speed or it's the manual, I'm digging it. And if I was going to do a project car, this one would have to be one that I would consider because I like going to the drag strip. Now, I wouldn't necessarily do the automatic. I'm sorry, I would do the automatic as opposed to this manual, but just driving around the street, I absolutely love the manual. It's starting to rain on me now, guys, of course. But anyway, guys, if you're a drag racer, go with the 10-speed. At least that's my recommendation to you. But you can't go wrong with either one. I would love to build one of these cars just for the heck of it in a manual, just for something to drive on the street. And I could see how this thing could be really, really fast on a budget. And so really that's the point of this whole video is, hey, what do I recommend, guys? Bang for the buck, dollar for dollar, what's the fastest car out there? It's this one. It's the Camaro LT1. Well, and there you have it, the Camaro LT1. What a blast to drive on a budget, guys. I know so many people out there, it just becomes so expensive to live nowadays between housing and insurance and all that kind of stuff, but there are still a lot of people out there that want to have fun in a fast car. So guys, give the LT1 another look. They're still building this car basically through the end of this year. I think they are going to have some 2024 models out there for you guys if you are interested in a Camaro. So it's not going away right away. It is a huge bummer that this car will eventually be going away, but right now you can still get them and they're still a ton of fun to drive. I love the manual in this thing. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below, and I'll catch you on the next one. So until then, Racer X.